Does the antagonist have to be the strongest character in a movie?
Well, strongest versus not strongest. I would say they need to be at least as well defined as your hero. I don't know. I think they need to be one of the strongest, if not the strongest. Like the hero and the antagonist probably, I would say neck and neck as far as well defined. Like oftentimes the antagonist is not well defined. They're just a villain. I've heard it described, bad villains as muahaha villains, where it's just they're just evil for the sake of being evil. And that is the most uninteresting villain you could create. Just a bad guy doing evil, laughing as he beats up somebody. Like, come on. You know, that's what's more terrifying. Like, for example, I think, this may be a terrible example, but in The Force Awakens, you've got Kylo Ren, you know, the son of Han Solo, right? He's essentially sort of a villain, probably an anti-hero / villain. He's a complicated character, but to me, I found him really terrifying because he's like a child with a lot of power. That to me is scary. He wants to be loved. No one's loved him before. That's the impression I got from him as a character. But he can stop a bullet. And it really makes you afraid of him because he's so well developed. I think everyone can identify with that sense of wanting to be loved. I think we've all been in the presence of someone with a lot of power and you don't know if they're going to snap at you and do something dangerous. Like that, man, that's way more interesting than someone who's just evil for the sake of being evil. I mean, actually, a perfect example, the guy that is his rival in the movie, the Brandon Glazer's son, the redhead guy who plays they're same age. I'm blanking on his name. Gleason plays the other character. He is a little bit more like evil for the sake of being evil. He doesn't really have the backstory Kylo Ren has, right? So makes Kylo Ren way more memorable in that film.
And you've talked about the backstory and the wound, and you compared several films and said that all of them were orphans.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing.
Batman, Spider-Man, Harry Potter, James Bond, Luke Skywalker. Yeah, the fact that those are all orphans is not an accident. That's on purpose. That's because the idea of not having parents is like, we can all identify with what that might be like. Giving your hero a wound, that's another way to get them to care about, us to care about them. I mean, orphan is one way, but like, I mean, look at Jason Bourne. His wound is amnesia. That makes you really go, oh man, that sucks. You know, that's a great, you make them great at what they do, and some sort of wound that they're dealing with is too powerful narrative things to do.
And Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting, I believe he didn't have parents either, yeah.
That's right, right. Another orphan, yeah.
Cares.
And you know, his wound is from the foster system. His wound is this mental anguish that he carries with him. So yeah, absolutely. It makes you want him to learn to love so bad in that movie. It's such a brilliantly written film. Yeah, it's well-drawn character.